Hey VC, how's everybody doing? I hope you guys had a great Easter weekend. I did, had a blessed one. I've got some stuff that some records that I got in. Two of them I purchased from a CD store called CD Exchange, and the others I got one, two, three, five. I got in a trade for comics that I had, doubles, have double comics. So I've got a ton of comic books and I've got a lot of Silver Age stuff. So, and very little Golden Age, so I don't trade my Golden Age. But I have some Silver Age stuff and some Modern Age comics, current comics. Silver Age is kind of like in the 70s, a little bit in the 60s, stuff like that. But anyway, I have a friend named Steve who owns a record store and a comic book shop together, and he's in an antiques mall. And we always trade comics. We buy comics off of each other. But he said, you know what, man? If you have some comics, extra comics that you're trying to get rid of, bring them over. I'll trade you for some vinyl. So I said, yeah. So I did that. But let me first show you something that I got at a record store at a CD exchange. Rainbow, Long Live Rock and Roll. I got this for like 12 bucks, so not bad at all. It is got the cut up here, but it is in great shape, guys. It's really nice. I really love it. It's Ronnie James Dio right here. So you got Richie Blackmore. Great band. I think my favorite Rainbow is when they had Coverdale and Glenn Hughes in the band. But this is one of my favorite albums from Rainbow. So just got this one. I also picked up this band, Prism. They're a really good band. It kind of remind me of a Foreigner, a little bit, probably not as heavy as Foreigner, but just a really good album. It's off the Capitol Records, and I saw this one for $9.99, and I waited a little bit longer, and it went down to $5.99. So got Prism. Small change, great album, guys. Stream it and then go buy it. That's what I do. I usually stream stuff and then I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up on vinyl. This first one I'm going to show you is kind of funny because he had my friend Steve had just gotten this one in and he was like, "Hey man, you want to take this one?" And I have the CD, but I just thought it was funny because I don't see it on the VC very often, and I think it's a pretty. I grew up in the '80s, guys, and early '70s, so Olivia NewtonJohn's greatest hits. This thing is in nice condition. It's got all the hit songs on there, and it is a gatefold. So if you were a kid, when I was a kid, you loved Olivia Newton-John. My brother had her records, and he played her all the time in the house. My mom loved her too, but my brother played her records all the time in the house, so it kind of grew on me, you know. So Olivia Newton-John's greatest hits. How much more 80s can you get? It's got the song "Physical" on it, "Magic," "Hopelessly Devoted to You," "Make a Move on Me," "A Little More Love," "You're the One That I Want," "Suddenly," and "Xanadu." So pretty cool. The next record. I got because I love the band. Me and my wife both love this band, and I believe my kids love the band too. We love a lot of the songs on here, and my son loves one of their songs on here. So it's Toto, 4/4. So great album. It's in great condition. This one has Rosanna. I Won't Hold You Back, which is a great song, and Africa. Those are the three hit songs off of there. And altogether, it's a great album. So really cool. Really glad I got this one. This is one of the ones I got in the trade along with the Olivia Newton-John. So, Toto. I'm gonna show you this one. When I was a kid, I was always nagged about listening to this band and this artist, but I finally got one of his records, and I intend to get more of them. He's my favorite singer, one of my favorite singers in heavy metal, one of the top 5 favorite singers in heavy metal. This is The Last in Line by Ronnie James Dio. It's got a little bit of wing wear here, but other than that, it plays great. It is in great condition. So got this in the trade. So pretty sweet. I remember kids from the church I went to, like, if you turn it upside down, it says devil. And I was like, please. And anyway, this is really cool. It's produced by Ronnie James Dio. But this is a great album, guys. Last in Line. And I'm actually writing a short story. And the Last in Line kind of got me into writing this story. It was really cool. So I did write some short stories in college and for stuff, and got some poetry, not awards, but recognition for my writing. So anyway, this one, I'll tell you, Brett, I really wasn't into this band a whole lot when I was in high school. I did like some of their songs. I like their heavier stuff. They're not really heavier stuff, but they're more rock, because they were more a hard rock band to me. And but I found this one. I went, you know what? I gotta get it, because I mean it is great. It's got a lot of great songs on here, and I'm gonna show it to you guys, and you're gonna like, yeah, Bon Jovi, New Jersey, yeah, yeah. I mean, this is a good album, man. Lay Your Hands on Me. My favorite Bon Jovi song, Bad Medicine, Born to Be My Baby, Living in Sin. Wild is the Wind, that one's a good song. I'll Be There for You, and Love for Sale, that's a really good song too. But yeah, you know, and it was funny when I was looking at it, I was like, man, I know a lot of these songs. So, and I actually have the cassette. So it's really cool to have this. This is an iconic cover for Bon Jovi, one of the many. But it's really cool. It has a little bit of tear here. You can see here and a little bit here. But it's, other than that, it's great, from Mercury and Polygram Records. So, Bon Jovi, New Jersey. Now, the last record was the first record I ever heard from this band, and one of the first metal bands I've ever heard. I was at a Halloween party when I was a kid. My neighbor was having one. He had a son. Our neighbor had a son named Joey. He's a lot older than me. He's already in high school, and I wasn't. I was still maybe going right into middle school. And we were in there. They had like this house workshop in the back, and it was just this 2-story place. It was run down, and he's like, dude, come here, I want to show you something. So I go upstairs, and it looks like someplace where Edward Scissorhands lived. He had a bed there and a record player, you know, and a little desk in the corner, and it looked like something from Edward Scissorhands. It was really creepy. And he showed me this album, and it scared the daylights out of me, but I loved it. And I was really excited to get this album. Finally got it. This is an original pressing. And then he showed me another album, and I've from them, and I was like, man, this band is scary. It's all about monsters, and I like monsters because I like horror, universal horror stuff, and I'm a big guy on that. And I got an original pressing because all of their stuff I have from them, or the stuff that I do have from them, is reissues. But I'm excited I got original pressing here. So, Peace of Mind, Iron Maiden. This thing is in nice shape. Capital EMI. What scared me a lot too is when I noticed the back, I was like, oh my god, he's gone, and there's like this floating hand there, and this is like scary. So I loved it. I thought it was great. And really cool thing about this one, guys, is I mean, not that it's just in great shape. There's hardly any, maybe a little bit of wear here, but that's about it. In the back, it's folded here a little bit, but man, this thing is in nice shape. And what really got me here is, and I'll show it to you. He was like, "Well, dude, this is one of the ones he traded me for." Try to put everything on my desk or on my computer. Sorry, my camera goes out, or it fades out. Original order sheet. Pretty cool. And the cool thing is it's not just one. It's two. So, yeah, this is from 1983, guys. It says it down here. I don't know if you can see that. 1983. This thing is nice, and not just two. Three. So, yeah. And I was like, wow, there's three of them in here. And how cool is that? So, yeah, man. 3 order sheets. Kind of showed it to my kid and said, you know, when you wanted some shirts or anything, you get it from here. You cut this out and you order it. So, not bad. Now, I don't know if it came like that. Mostly the records that I've seen when I was a kid, it came with 1 order sheet. So, oh, and there's the record. Pretty cool. There's the lyrics in the back lyric sheet. Record's in great shape. Just excited to have this one. Just so happy to finally have this. The first time I ever seen an Iron Maiden record. This one was it. So, just glad to have it here, guys, in my collection. I heard it the other day. Sounds great. Love it. Sometimes I just take my records out. Do you guys ever take your records out and go, man, just look at that artwork. It is so cool. And you notice every little detail. And you're like, man, this is so cool. They don't make this stuff. Well, actually, they do make this stuff now. But they don't make album covers like these anymore. Only Iron Maiden does that. So maybe Priest. Yeah, Priest too. But really cool, man. I'm just so excited. I mean, this is artwork right here, bud. So, pretty cool. All right, guys, that's it for today. I'm going to go see him again this week to trade some more records. So he had some Priests. He had some Motley Crue, AC/DC, a few Queensryche. He had one Saxon record that I wanted to get. But when I took out the record, because I always take the records and check them, there's a big old scratch just down the side, and I was like, no, thanks. So, but anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you to everyone just for being a friend. And take care. God bless. Rock and roll, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.